Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I have a baby card to share with you this week. The theme is at Always Fun Challenges is zoo animals, and I thought these critters would be perfect for making a baby card. So I taped down my stencil with the frog tape, but it's the delicate surface, and I love this tape. I haven't had any problems with this tape tearing my paper, and I've heard some people have issues with the painter's tape, the blue tape, so this is a good tape to get. I have quite a few colors out here just because I didn't know what colors I wanted to use, but I ended up only using 3 of them. I started out with the broken china, I moved on to the peacock feathers, and then I ended with the correct pistachio. These are the Distress Oxide inks, and I absolutely love the way these blend together. They all blend so nicely together. So once I add my last color, then I'll go back through the colors and just kind of blend them. But I noticed here I didn't tape this top left corner. I'm not quite sure why I forgot that, but I didn't want to mess up this background, so I'm just going to add another little piece of tape right there. But what's great about Distress inks is you can either do a really light coat if you want really light colors, or you can just keep adding layers to get, as dark as you want. So look at, I love taking the stencils off. It's so pretty. So these colors look really good together, I thought. But I just kind of wanted a soft color blend here. So I'm going to use the, it's called, I think it's All Prettied Up by Mama Elephant, but I'll have lists to the main products I used in the description below, and then for a full list of all the products I used, you can head to my blog and I will have it there with more pictures and stuff. I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do at this point. I wanted the polka dots to be the front of my card, but it just seemed like it was too much. I didn't want to put a sentiment over the top of it, so I wanted it to be kind of a soft and simple card, so I decided to put a white card front, and then I'm going to end up cutting the polka dots down to be just in the circle. So I used Technique Tuesday, part of the sentiment from Technique Tuesday, and then part of it from Lawn Fawn, and it says, "Welcome, sweet baby." And see the polka dots, I mean, the to have them in the background on the card base, you didn't get to see it very much. It didn't do it any justice. So I am going to cut out just the circle and then add a different card base color. I was kind of all over the. Oh yes, okay. That's Bentley. He had to come jump on my lap and look out the window and step all over my project. So that's what I have to deal with. It's either a dog or a cat or a kid. Sometimes a husband. I knew I wanted to watercolor these animals or this animal, but I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to use. So I'm using the archival jet black ink. I stamped some of them twice, some of them once, and I wish I would have stamped them all twice because then I have to go back with a black marker at the end and basically trace them all again. So I started out with a zig, watercolor brushes, and I didn't end up using that, so that's why I cut all of that out. And I also tried Distress inks and the Peerless watercolors. But here's the colors I used for the little giraffe you see there. They all turned out really cute, but I guess I just wanted to compare a couple different mediums. So then I'm going to move on to the Distress inks, and this is actually the one I ended up using for this card. I started out with the gathered twigs for the spots on the giraffe, and then I pretty much do everything else with the scattered straw. I think the only other thing I did was the hooves I did in the vintage photo. I really like how this one turned out, because some giraffes are kind of reddish, so I liked all of them. I like the zigs too. That one's a little bit more reddish. And if it was too light, I again, that's what I love about these, is if it's too light, you just add another layer. So I cut most of this out too, just because it's pretty easy coloring. And I ended up doing 2 in the Distress inks because this one, I didn't like that his snout ended up being darker than the face. I think it's a snout. It to me, and then it bled when I colored in the little nostrils there. The darker color bled, so I had to make it even darker. And to me, it just made it look like it had a 5 o'clock shadow. So I ended up, that 4th draft, I colored the same colors, but I made the snout lighter like I did on the other one you see there that I colored with the zigs. So the last one I am going to try are the Peerless watercolors, and I haven't used these in so long. I forgot I had them actually, so it was fun to get those out because I really like that one too. So I will definitely use it on, you know, if I make another one of these or another project. So that's the 3 different watercolors I tried. So I'm just pointing out that that's also the same colors as this one, but that one doesn't have a 5 o'clock shadow. And here again, I didn't know what I wanted. I never do, but I wanted the vellum behind it because I wanted to soften it. And like I said, I just wanted a simple, soft, you know, baby card. So I tried the vellum, and I've never done a shaker card that has a vellum window instead of acetate. So I really wanted to do that, but I just didn't like it in the end. You couldn't see the sequins, you couldn't see that beautiful polka dots there, and so I'm going to end up changing it. But it would have been cute if I wouldn't have made it a shaker card, if I would have just put the vellum in between there and then had my mint colored background and then put the giraffe on the front. I think that would have been really cute. And I might do that with the other giraffe too. But I knew I wanted, you know, even on the front, I just wanted a really simple, you know, sentiment. And so I used I used slate for the color instead of black. Here I'm using a grid that I made. I also have the grid transparency for the Misty that you can purchase from Simon Says Stamp, but it's for an A2 size card, and my card front was 4 by 5 1/4. So I just made one. I had the extra transparency there because I made a bigger one before. So I just cut one down to 4 by 5 1/4 and found the center. And then that way it was easier for me to find the center of my card front here. So I'm just gonna glue on this cute little bow. I had some scrap glitter paper, and this bow is part of the All Prettied Up die set from Mama Elephant. And I just thought I love this bow. So I wanted to add it on somewhere. So I'm still trying to make this with the vellum. Like I said, I really wanted it to work. So I put my craft foam on the back and then use the score tape all around it so that my shaker pieces wouldn't escape. And then once I put this on and put the sequins in, I have a little cheat sheet way to see if I have enough sequins in there. I'll show you that in a second, but that's when I realized I didn't think I wanted to do the vellum anymore. For another card, I don't know, I'm too particular, so it just wasn't right for this card. Maybe for another one. So this is my little cheater way of seeing if I have enough sequins in there. And like for this case, I could see that I couldn't really see the sequins. I couldn't really see the polka dots as much as I wanted to. So this is where I swapped it out. So I just made a whole nother card front with the acetate. Same sentiment, all that. It was still in my Misty, so it was perfect. And then I'm just going to swap over all my sequins. And then I also noticed when I did my little cheater way, that I wanted to add some more sequins too. I'm a very visual person. I have to see if there's enough sequins. I can't just guess. So again, just going to add the score tape all the way around this so that my shaker pieces won't escape. Escape. I notice I say weird words sometimes. You know, I used to use liquid glue, but I just find the score tape works really good to keep everything in and don't have to wait for it to dry. And I've said it before that that's all I use on craft foam is the score tape, so I don't really use liquid glue anymore for shaker cards. So now I'm just going to add it to my colored background here, which I think it's called Mint by Simon Says Stamp, if I remember right. And then since I'm loving my score tape on this card, I just added it to the back of the giraffe too. So I didn't have to worry about glue squeezing out at the sides or anything. Look how cute he is. I love this giraffe. Yeah, so I want to do another one. I want to do a girl one with a giraffe. It would look really cute. But I also want to do one with the elephant in this set. I think it would be really cute with, you know, like pink and purple polka dots, or maybe pink and orange. Pink and purple, I think, would be really cute. So, keeping with my score tape, I'm just going to add a little piece to the back of this bow. Since I know it sticks good. And I just put it off to the side. I couldn't decide if I wanted to put it right above it or off to the side, and I eventually decided on off to the side there. And lastly, I'm just going to add some Nuvo drops for a little embellishment. And that's it. That completes my card. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If this is your first time here, I would love for you to subscribe. I post a video about once a week. And you can head to my blog for details on how to join us at the Always Fun Challenges blog. Like I said, the theme this week is zoo animals. We have a new theme every week. And I'll also have more details, including a full list of all the products I used on my blog as well. So thanks, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.